Major piece showed up today. Actually, it showed up last week. But my Winch Ready bumper is here. When I started this project, actually 3 years ago, it started with me wanting to drive on the beach. And one of the things that I decided before I was going to attempt to drive out on the beach was self-recovery. I purchased a beautiful bumper from a company called Winch Ready. They were one of the only companies that offered a direct fit bumper for a 2004 Dodge Dakota, and they also offered a matching rear bumper. So I put the front bumper on and it looks fabulous. It looked fabulous. It still looks fabulous. The build quality is excellent. I highly recommend the company. The shipping was quick. It was a little expensive, but you know, it was coming from California, truck freight. The bumper weighs maybe about 115, 120 pounds. They listed it as 110, which is probably about closer to what it's supposed to be. It comes with brackets. We're going to get to these. And a whole new set of hardware. Very similar hardware actually to what came from the factory, which is really nice. These things are welded bolts, so you can actually put this bumper on by yourself if you need to, which I'm going to. So the fit and finish is excellent on the bumper. Now I'm probably going to blast this bumper. It came through in raw steel, which is the way I ordered it. It's got a little tiny bit of surface rust on it, but the outside surface is ground clean. Some of the welds, I'm not even going to do anything with them. They're so beautiful. The welders that put this bumper together are professionals, and they did a really nice job. Just as good as I would have done, if not better. So we have a couple, there's a couple little things that are an issue. The first one is, no offense to Winch Ready, but I'm not advertising for them. I should, but I'm not going to. So I need to weld these holes shut. I need to weld this hole shut. I welded them shut on the other bumper too, and sorry, but I can't do it. I actually took all the emblems off of my truck a long time ago. I don't care about emblems, and I paid for the truck not to advertise for Dodge. If you don't know it's a Dodge, oh well. And then if anybody asks me what kind of bumper it is, I'm more than happy to talk about it. I love the bumper, but these are going to get stuck on my toolbox with the other ones. The other problem is these brackets are beautiful and beefy, but they do interfere with my factory hitch, which I made a whole nother video on how I painted it. Now I'm going to have to cut it. Cut the hitch. And I got to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that. I'm probably not going to show all how I figure that out, just because it's in a bad spot. It's in a bad spot in the garage, which is fine. Whenever you buy anything that's custom, these would fit. If I didn't have an existing factory hitch on this truck, this would fit perfectly fine. There's no reason to modify them from what they came. They came beautifully bead blasted. Somebody put a fingerprint in it, but that's fine. That's to be expected. It came all the way from Redding, California, and this bumper's probably been sitting around for a while because the lady at the factory said not many people are buying these anymore because this era Dakota is 12 years old. They don't make them anymore. So there's only so many fools that are going to buy one of these. The other problem is, and this isn't Winch Ready's problem, this is my problem, is that these light holes are not the size for the lights that I bought. I kind of cheaped out. The lights that Winch Ready recommends to put in these holes are $350 a piece. And I just can't swallow that pill for ancillary lighting that is superfluous. There's your two big words for the day. So basically, I'm not spending 350 bucks on lights that that I don't really need and I'm not gonna use. I asked to have these light holes cut in here. So this is I own this. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna make the holes bigger. The problem with making the holes bigger, let's see if we can roll this thing over without killing myself. It does have a little weight to it, which is nice. Is that it has these brackets already pre-installed to accept the accessory lights that were recommended by the factory. That's fine. I'm very carefully going to cut these brackets out. I'm going to save the steel because it's really nice steel. The bumper itself is a nominal 3/16 of an inch. It does need a little finishing here and there. There's a little sharp edge here I'm going to knock off with a grinder. It's no big deal. And some of the welds on the inside are a little, they're not finished. They're not sloppy, but they're not finished. So what I'm going to do is, I'm probably going to bead blast this bumper, and then I'm going to just take some sealant and just go around. This is what I did on the other bumper too. I'm just going to take some sealant and go around some of the seams, just for my own, for me. Winch Ready offers finishing options for these bumpers, and if you're not a professional painter, I would go with the factory finish. They offer powder coating, rhino liner, primed, any way you want the bumper. I ordered it raw. Because that's what I wanted. I wasn't sure what refinish option I was going to use. It's going to be rhino liner, but the inside's not going to be rhino line. The inside's going to be hot rod black. I don't see a need for, it's going to be a combination probably of hot rod black and probably rubberized undercoating to save a buck. That's what I did on the front bumper, and it's held up great. I mean, this is 3/16 steel. I mean, this thing's not going anywhere for a long time, unless it was immersed in salt water for years and not cared for in any way, shape, or form. So that's the Winch Ready rear bumper. It's got some shipping stickers on it that need to come off, and that's no big deal. And the bummer here is it's snowing today. So it's not going to get sandblasted today, and my lights aren't here. But the lights are supposed to show up today. That's why I wanted to bring the bumper home. It's actually been sitting at my shop for a couple days. The other thing I'm going to fill in is these holes back here. Actually, they're in the front here. These holes are for tag lights. And I'm not going to use the tag lights as supplied from the original manufacturer. And these are designed to take either aftermarket tag lights or tag lights from an aftermarket supplier or the factory. I mean, you could probably use the factory tag lights on here. But I'm not going to use those. So I'm probably going to weld these holes shut. And, well, I'm at least going to weld these two big holes shut. And I might leave these for the tag lights. I might move one down here. I might move them down a little bit. I got to look. When I get the actual, the tag lights that I ordered online, which are very similar to these. I had originally bought these to do it with, but I don't like these for a couple reasons. One is they're chrome. And I'm deleting all the chrome on this truck. This truck won't have any chrome at all once it's done. It's going to be completely black. So the ones I ordered were black, and they look like bolts. They look pretty cool, I hope. We'll see. I ordered them from superbrightleds.com. So that's the bumper for today. The other interesting thing about this bumper is it is designed to take a winch. So if I was so inclined, I could install another winch on the back of this truck. I'm not so inclined. I have snatch blocks and pickets that I carry with me when I go on the beach, so I'm not too worried about a winch on the back. If I felt rich, I would buy another winch for the back of the truck. I don't feel that rich. The nice thing is it doesn't have the hole for the auxiliary or for the trailer lights, which is something I didn't want to have to fill in because that's a pretty big hole. These little holes are easy to fill in. Bigger holes are a little bit more difficult to fill in just because of materials wise. The other thing I got to do is actually physically fit the bumper. Whenever you buy anything, you always want to fit it prior to doing any paint work, anything. You got to fit it. So that's it for the Winch Ready bumper for right now.